Good afternoon, everyone. This is Latasha Jenkins talking with you at the moment. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I am driving out on this beautiful sunny day in South Carolina. I am very grateful for this 80-degree weather that we have because I'm so over the cold and the rain and the crazy weather we have been experiencing lately. I am a believer in Christ. Just to give you a short interlude about myself, I love God with all my heart. He's the reason why I smile every day. I go hard for God any chance that I get, and my purpose is to share the good news about God, about others, what He's done in my life personally, and what I've seen Him do in the life of others. Really quick today, I just wanted to jump on and just talk about the importance of parents affirming their children. Parents, whether you know it or not, our children are God's gifts to us. And just like we have a call on our life, God created us for a purpose. We are heirs of the kingdom. We are ambassadors, if you would call us, who all have individual assignments on earth to come and complete. Your children are ambassadors of Christ as well, and they also have assignments that they must complete on this earth realm, just like you and I and everyone else. A part of being a parent is we have to learn how to speak life into our children. We have to encourage them. We have to train them. We have to believe in them. We have to speak life to them, and we have to teach them the difference between right and wrong. We have to teach them who God is. We have to teach them how to serve God in spirit and in truth. And most importantly, we have to live a life that's holy and sanctified in front of them so that they don't call us hypocrites, or so that we don't live hypocritical lives. One of my favorite stories in the Bible is the story of the prodigal son. The prodigal son had it all, and just like all of us at some point in our lives, we thought that we knew best, and we decided to do things on our own terms. And the prodigal son went away from home, and for those of us that know the story, he ended up eating with the pigs and realized at the moment that he was living beneath his God-given potential. And he came to himself, and he went back home to his father. His father waited for him there with open arms. He put him in the best of the best, and he accepted him. And that's the same thing that God does to us. Oftentimes, because we lean to our own understanding and we want to do things our way, we decide to walk our own path with going against God, thinking that we know more than He knows. And our Father, because He's so gracious with love and kindness and mercy, He's always waiting on us to come back to Him. And when we finally surrender and understand that we cannot do anything without Him, because it's Him who strengthens us, it's Him who protects us, it's Him who gives us strategy to do the things that He's equipped and called us to do. He's always sitting there waiting for us with open arms, and He's always waiting to restore us back into our place. It's the same thing with us, with our children here in the natural. A lot of times our kids are going to do things that are going to disappoint us. They're going to make choices that we're not necessarily happy with. But the important thing in all of this is that we have to give them a good foundation to start with. The prodigal son was able to go back home to his father because despite grace and mercy, he had some sort of foundation. His foundation was taught that, listen, even though I decided to do this and I decided to do that, I know I can always go back to my father, because my father's always going to be good. I'm going to be able to eat there. I'll be able to become financially, stronger there, and I'll go back from where I returned. But imagine if the prodigal son had no foundation. Imagine if you as a parent, you're not giving your children a godly foundation for them to fall back on. Then when they decide to go their own several ways, if they decide to do that, what are they going to fall back on? I just want to encourage parents on today, because for some parents, a lot of us have been experiencing things with our children. We've had children that have walked away from God. We've had children that have walked away from us. We have children that have been whoring behind false gods. We have children who have given up on believing in God altogether. And God is such a good father.